Everyone thought I failed. They didn't say it out loud. Not at first, but I could feel it the moment I walked into the gymnasium. The air changed, conversations slowed, laughter softened, heads turned, then turned away again. 20 years had passed since we graduated from this place, but the judgment felt exactly the same as it did back then. I stood near the entrance for a moment, adjusting the cuffs of my jacket, wondering why I'd ever agreed to come. The gym looked smaller than I remembered, or maybe I'd just grown used to feeling small in bigger rooms. Blue and silver streamers hung from the ceiling, our old school colors. A banner stretched across the far wall. Class of 2006, welcome back. People stood in clusters, holding drinks, smiling too widely, talking too loudly. Everyone seemed eager to prove something. Everyone except me. My name is Daniel Foster. I'm 40 years old, divorced, a single father, and for a long time, I believed I was exactly what everyone in that room thought I was. A man who never lived up to his potential. I spotted my old yearbook photo taped to a table near the punch bowl. Skinny, awkward, hopeful. Back then, teachers said I was brilliant but quiet. Friends said I'd do great things someday. Somewhere along the way, someday never came. At least not in the way people expected. Daniel, I turned. Vanessa stood a few feet away, surrounded by familiar faces. Perfect posture, perfect hair, a diamond ring that caught the light every time she moved her hand on my ex-wife. For a split second, her smile faltered. Then it returned brighter, sharper. Wow, she said. I didn't think you'd actually come. I almost didn't, I replied honestly. She laughed lightly, like it was a joke. You look the same. I knew what that meant. Still plain, still ordinary, still behind. This is my husband, Tom, she said, gesturing to the tall man beside her. He's a surgeon. Tom extended his hand. His grip was firm, confident, the kind of grip that says I'm winning at life. Nice to meet you, he said. Daniel works in computers, Vanessa added, or IT support, something like that. Software engineering, I corrected quietly. Right? She said, nodding like the detail didn't matter. He was always good with that stuff. Always good. Never great. Tom smiled politely and launched into a story about his new practice, their vacation home, their upcoming trip to Europe. People leaned in, listening closely. That I stood there. Invisible. 3 years ago, Vanessa left me because our life wasn't enough. Not exciting enough. Not impressive enough. She wanted more money, more recognition, more status. I wanted stability. I wanted family dinners. I wanted to be home when my daughter went to sleep. We wanted different things. The divorce was brutal. Lawyers, courtrooms, long silences. In the end, I got primary custody of Lily. Vanessa got freedom. And the story she told everyone was simple. Daniel never tried hard enough to. As the conversation around me drifted on, I felt that old familiar weight pressing down on my chest. The feeling that maybe they were right. That's when I felt a hand on my shoulder. Daniel Foster, a calm voice said. There you are. I turned. Robert Chen stood beside me, jeans, black t-shirt, no watch, no flash, but everyone in that room knew his name. The billionaire founder and CEO of Chen Innovations. My boss. The energy in the gym shifted instantly. people stopped talking. Heads turned. Whispers started again, but different this time. Robert smiled at me like we were old friends. "Sorry to interrupt. I was hoping to catch you before you left." Vanessa stared at him. "You're Robert Chen." "That's right," he said pleasantly. Her smile returned, this time nervous.
I'm Vanessa,
Daniel's ex-wife. "I know," Robert replied calmly. "Daniel's mentioned you." Something in his tone made my stomach tighten. "We were just talking about how Daniel works in IT," she said quickly. Robert raised an eyebrow. "Is that what you think he does?" She hesitated. "Well, Daniel is the lead architect on our AI integration platform," Robert said. "In fact, the board approved his promotion yesterday." The room went silent. "Promotion?" someone asked. "Yes," Robert continued. "Chief Technology Officer." Vanessa's face went pale. CTO. The word echoed in my head. I hadn't even fully processed it myself. "He didn't want the role at first," Robert added. "Said he didn't want to miss dinners with his daughter." No one laughed anymore. No one spoke at all. For years, I let people define me. Let them measure success by money, titles, noise. I believed I had failed because my life didn't look impressive from the outside. But standing there, with my boss publicly acknowledging my worth, something inside me shifted. Robert leaned closer. "I'll let you get back to your reunion. Just wanted to say, I'm proud of you." Then he walked away. The noise slowly returned. Conversations restarted. But nothing felt the same anymore. Vanessa tried to speak. I didn't hear her. For the first time in years, I didn't need to explain myself. That night, I drove to the Chin family home to pick up my daughter. Lily was asleep in a guest bed, clutching a stuffed robot. Mrs. Chan smiled warmly at me. "She's incredible," she said, "just like her father." The next morning, Lily asked, "Did people at your reunion think you were cool?" I laughed. "I think they finally understood." "Good," she said. "I always knew." And in that moment, I realized something important. I hadn't failed. I was just building quietly. And sometimes, the people who matter most see your worth long before the world does. I didn't stay long after Robert left. Not because I felt uncomfortable, but because I felt finished. For the first time in my life, I didn't need to prove anything in that room. The people who once measured my worth with smirks and comparisons no longer had power over me. As I walked toward the exit, a few classmates stopped me. "Daniel, man, we should catch up sometime. I always knew you'd do something big. You were the smartest guy in class." I smiled politely. I didn't correct them. I didn't explain. Their sudden approval felt hollow, like applause after the show had already ended. Behind me, I heard Vanessa call my name. "Daniel, wait." I turned. She stood alone now. No crowd, no husband at her side. Just her, holding her drink too tightly. "I didn't know," she said. "I know," I replied. "You never told me. I stopped explaining myself a long time ago." She looked hurt by that, or maybe embarrassed. It was hard to tell. "I always believed in you," she said quietly. I almost laughed. Instead, I said, "You believed in who you wanted me to be, not who I was." Her eyes dropped. "I have to go," I added. "My daughter's waiting." That was the truth, and it was enough. The drive to the Chun home was quiet. The The city lights blurred past as I thought about the last 20 years. The boy who stayed up late solving problems no one else cared about. The husband who tried to build a peaceful life instead of a flashy one. The father who chose bedtime stories over business dinners. All those choices had once made me feel small. Now I understood they had made me strong. Mrs. Chan met me at the door in silk pajamas, smiling like she'd been expecting me all along. "She finally fell asleep," she whispered. "She's brilliant and very demanding." I laughed softly. "That sounds right." We sat at the kitchen table with tea. "Robert told me about the promotion," she said. "You deserve it." "I'm not sure I'm ready," I admitted. She looked at me the way mothers do when they see through excuses. "When my husband died," she said, "people told me to sell our little electronics store. They said I couldn't run it alone. They said I should be realistic." She paused. "The hardest part wasn't the work. It was believing I was allowed to succeed." Her words stayed with me long after I left. The next morning, I made Lily chocolate chip pancakes. She sat at the table in her pajamas, syrup on her chin, swinging her legs. "So," she said, "did everyone think you were cool?" I smiled. "Something like that." She studied me seriously. "Are you happy?" The question caught me off guard. "I think I am," I said. "Good," she replied, "because Mom always says you don't try hard enough. But that's not true. You try at the important things." I reached across the table and wiped syrup from her cheek. On Monday morning, I accepted the CTO position. Not because of the title, not because of the money, but because I finally believed I deserved it. 6 months later, our AI project changed how doctors detected diseases. It saved lives, quietly, effectively. Vanessa sent an email congratulating me. She suggested lunch. I wished her well and declined. Some doors don't need to be reopened. Last week, I stood at Lily's school science fair. She explained her project on neural networks with confidence and joy. The judges listened closely. She won first place. Robert and his mother stood beside me, clapping louder than anyone. "Success looks different for everyone," Robert said. "For some, it's money. For others, it's this." I watched my daughter hold her trophy, smiling like the world made sense, and I realized something. The reunion wasn't the moment my life changed. It was the moment I stopped believing I had failed. The real success wasn't standing beside a billionaire. It was standing beside my daughter, knowing she was proud of me. Everyone thought I failed, but I didn't. I just took the longer, quieter road. And in the end, it led exactly where I was meant to be.